I know our fans can't wait. I know our fans want to hear first. And maybe most important for that series. One more thing. We will also be offering a free important for F-Series. For the F3, we have put in immense amount of consideration of which processors should we use. And there was one choice that was perfect. The Snapdragon 870, one of the latest Qualcomm 800 series chipset. In short, I can tell you the Snapdragon 870 offers beast speed. It's very fast and it's very capable. Now let me explain some of the details of this specific chipset and what makes it special. First, the Snapdragon 870 uses an octa-core structure with 3 different types of cores. A similar structure as last year's chipset, the Snapdragon 865. We have 1 prime core, 3 performance cores, and 4 efficiency cores, a flagship structure. And of course, we're also 7nm process, making this 870 very power efficient. Tiny, but it's mighty. But special. I said special earlier, and what does 870 do that is special for our fans? And that is its prime core. This Qualcomm Snapdragon 870 have a leading prime core speed of 3.2 gigahertz. If you take a look at other flagship phones with other flagship processors in this market, the 870 takes the number 1 spot. But what does prime core speed actually do for our users? If you compare it to 865 again, the 870 has improved by 12% in the single core CPU performance, processing any apps with ease and offering true beast speed. And when it comes to gaming, the GPU structure is using the Adreno 650. By using this structure and paired with our prime core, the GPU experience has also improved. More than 10% improvement compared to the 865. Now for some of you, this may seem like a small number, but I've used the Poco F2 Pro, which features the 865, all year last year, and I did some heavy gaming on it. And my settings were always on high or max graphics, and that handled it with ease. To think that there's a further improvement on this is pretty wild. But we also did a gaming test with one of the most popular games in the industry right now, Genshin Impact, and the result was amazing. We ran the Poco F3 on high settings with 60 FPS max and played for 1 hour straight. With the F3, you can get an average of 58 frame rate per second. That's beast gaming. To support that, we needed to keep the beast cool. We added liquid cool technology 1.0 plus, which really helps with long period of heavy load usage time, keeping the processor cooler, allowing it to run longer and smoother. But not only the performance the Snapdragon 870 is great at, when it comes to AI processing, the F3 can reach up to 15 trillion operations per second. And that's one of the best performance AI processing from a flagship chipset, taking photos and videos with ease and making your overall experience just so much smoother. And when you add CPU, GPU, and AI, the question of Poco F3's Antutu score, it actually scored a very high score of 640,000, a true flagship level Antutu, a real beast. Comparing to last year's Snapdragon 865 score that we got in the Poco F2 Pro, it has quite the improvement, almost 60,000 points in difference. To sum it all up, it's simple. The Snapdragon 870 in the Poco F3 is one of the best processors in the industry right now, offering beast speed. To pair with that, with such an awesome processor, we had to also match up RAM and ROM. Technology up to 256 gigabytes of UFS 3.1 and up to 8 gigabyte of RAM from LPDDR5, offering beast RAM and ROM options. And when it comes to connectivity, the Poco F3 is also 5G ready, up to 23 times faster speed compared to 4G. And it's also compatible with 11 different network bands. The F3 also supports Wi-Fi 6, which is 2.7 times faster than Wi-Fi 5. So when you're home or at the office, your connection is super fast and more stable. No lag during gaming, no more time wasted on buffering videos. Beast speed only. Now this is Poco F3, the real beast performance. Snapdragon 870, which features a 3.2 gigahertz prime core speed. One of the best processor in the industry. Flagship ROM and RAM, 5G and Wi-Fi 6 ready. Now, we talked about how beast the Poco F3's performance is. I think many people may be asking, what about display? And I can tell you with all the confidence in the world, we have a real beast display. Fans watching the stream, you won't be disappointed. What we had to make sure first is the screen's gotta be big. A beast screen size, 6.67 inch. Comfortable for daily viewing and any sort of gaming or content watching. Then we decided to go with a flat screen. Now, as some of the Poco fans know, I'm a gamer, and as a gamer, I actually can't stand mistouches. With a flat screen, the chances of mistouches and edge is close to none. And to guarantee a full screen experience, we decided to go with a dot display. It was a decision made by how many fans appreciated and really enjoyed the viewing experience from our X3 NFC. Well, for the Poco F3, we actually did a little minor change and took it to the next level. The F3 has a 2.76 millimeter dot display. That's super small. And if we compare and take Samsung Galaxy S21's dot display, for example, it has a size of 3.61 millimeter. Our 2.76 millimeter tiny dot is an industry-leading tiny dot, making sure it's as immersive as it gets. Now, we talked about how big and immersive the screen is, but our screen is also AMOLED. Not just any AMOLED. And I know this was an ask by fans on Twitter and has been all over the media in the last few months and almost a year. But our AMOLED is an E4 AMOLED, flagship level, one of the best screens out there. To give some fans who don't know what E4 AMOLED is, let me break it down for you. It has a peak brightness of 1300 nits, a contrast ratio of 5 million to 1, and the high brightness level is actually at 900. So the colors will be bright and vibrant even under the sun. And compared to last generation's AMOLED material, E3, E4 actually uses 15% less power, which helps conserve battery in general. A true beast display. Now, this beast display also supports true color, which is the tuning of the color of your content to the most realistic accuracy. A must-have feature, especially when you're watching a lot of content. For me personally, I love documentaries like Planet Earth, and I've watched Planet Earth on this screen, and it brings everything to life. But as a flagship display, it must also have HDR10+, giving our users crystal clear clarity for all their content. Let's take a look at the effect. If you look at the comparison, you can see that with HDR10+, the video quality is even more vibrant and clear. It optimizes each frame to its best brightness possible, even the parts of the video where it's dark. Now we also have MEMC. This is an awesome feature. Let's check it out. What MEMC does is intelligently analyze the video as you watch, creates additional frames to give you a smooth, clear video better than you would have had without. It's amazing. And on top of all the great features we also have a 360-degree light sensor. It can detect the lighting environment around you and adjust the brightness accordingly. Actually, we also have True Display function. This is to protect your eyesight and making sure when staring at your screen during different environments. We have True Display technology to ensure not just the brightness we're adjusting, but also the color warmth on your screen. When I use my phone all day and all night, which I do, a lot, I really appreciate this feature. It's a lot less stress on my eyes. So with all of these features, the Poco F3 display is not actually only just flagship level. It's really one of the best displays out there in the industry, with a 6.67-inch flat display featuring a 2.76mm tiny dot, an E4 AMOLED that supports all the optimizing features. This is F3's real beast display. Well, now we've actually got to talk about the gaming, the real beast gaming experience. Having that awesome 870 processor, a wildly good screen, it's going to be quite the combo for our gamers out there. But we've got more optimizations for you. First, our screen is 120 Hz refresh rate. On top of the E4 AMOLED we just talked about, 120 Hz plus E4 AMOLED. Crazy good. But 120 Hz is actually getting a bit more common in the flagship segment. Let's take it up a notch. Touch sampling rate. The Poco F3 features a super high touch sampling rate of 360 Hz. Absolute beast. Now, 360 Hz is one of the industry's highest touch sampling rate available, and it's a crucial feature for the gamers out there. With this, you can stay one step ahead among your enemies or with your friends. To give you a reference of how good 360 Hz is, we can simplify it like this. 120 to 180 Hz touch sampling rate are usually found in the average entry to mid-range smartphones. Hitting 240 Hz, there are some flagships and performance phones out there using it. But 300 plus, you're reaching a whole new level now. Let's take a look at a comparison against one of the flagship devices on the market, Samsung S21, which features a 240 Hz touch sampling rate. And for our beast gamers out there, we also have Game Turbo 4.0 on the F3, which has an awesome advanced GPU tuner that allows you to tweak your in-game settings in one place. So it makes adjusting graphics settings much easier. To take it up on a hardware level, we also have a dual speaker setup on the Poco F3, an essential for gaming and for daily usage in general. Honestly, I've used a single speakerphone for a while, and when you're wielding it horizontally, you will sometimes block the speakers on one side, and the sound is just gone. It's very irritating. But with dual speakers, you're getting a louder audio, and it's less likely for you to block both speakers. But this dual speakers is special. It's got Dolby Atmos to make the sound even better, making your audio experience better than you expect, fully optimizing the stereo sound from the dual speakers. Now we have a video from Dolby Atmos, and let's take a look.
Hello everyone, my name is Mahesh Balakrishnan, and I lead Dolby's audio business globally. We at Dolby are looking forward to the launch of the Poco F3, because not only are we thrilled to extend the extraordinary Dolby Atmos experience to smartphones from Poco, but we're also proud of the spectacular work done by Poco in enabling a world-class entertainment experience on the F3. With Dolby Atmos available in the Poco F3, consumers can access a robust library of movies and TV shows in the Dolby Atmos format from the most popular media streaming applications and expect incredible audio quality with unparalleled detail, depth, and realism. No matter if you're listening through headphones or built-in speakers, sounds will flow all around you in a lifelike soundscape as you enjoy your favorite movies, TV shows, music, and games in Dolby Atmos. It really allows you to experience the finer details that the content creators wanted you to hear. And with our intelligibility features, your audio experience is elevated further with greater clarity, even in noisy environments, allowing you to stay engaged in your favorite content. On behalf of Dolby, I wish Poco a successful launch of the Poco F3 and look forward to continuing to work with Poco and bring groundbreaking experiences to more consumers. Thank you.
Pretty amazing, right? But actually, we have more. Other than Dolby Atmos, we also have high-res audio and high-res audio wireless that works in harmony without dual speakers. This is a real beast audio experience. And lastly, we can't forget the feel of the phone. This is a huge part for the overall experience. How you feels when you click each button. For a lot of influencers out there and tech enthusiasts, this is one of the features that can immediately identify a good phone and an average phone. By using the X-axis linear motor, you're getting a crisp feedback from every touch. To sum up F3's beast gaming performance, at the core, we have the Snapdragon 870, 120 Hz refresh rate, flagship, 300 Hz touch sampling rate, simply groundbreaking. Game Turbo 4.0 that helps you optimize graphics with ease. Dual speakers that is working alongside with Dolby Atmos and high-res audio. X-axis linear motor, a flagship feedback hardware that makes the whole experience just so complete. This is Poco F3's beast gaming experience. Now we talked about how fast the F3 is, how powerful, how smooth, but how beautiful. Because the real beast design, I can tell you for certain, there is beauty in this beast. Let's take a quick peek at the video. Let's start off these two classy colors. At first, when you put them together, simply elegant. But let's introduce the F3 in night black. Now, being the real beast it is, this elegant black is so stealth. It's as if it's ready to hunt during the night. Absolutely gorgeous. Then we have the F3 in Arctic white, in a matte finish. Imagine this if it was a beast running across a snow plain. Now, personally, I've always been a fan of darker color phone, but this white really stands out and it's really special. But we do have another color, a different type of beast. Unleash the Kraken. Now, when we first came up with this color design, we imagined it as it was a beast from the ocean. Let's take a look. This is the F3 in deep ocean blue, the great blue beast. Now this blue, man oh man, we pushed our ID design to the limit because it's not just one blue, it's 3 different blue altogether with different tone and design. I honestly think this is one of the coolest design phones I've seen. For all of these 3 colors, we have Arctic white, night black, and deep ocean blue. Arctic white is super elegant. Night black, simply stealth. And deep ocean blue, just very different. Let us know in the comments below in the stream, which one is one of your favorites? If you ask me to choose one, I'm having trouble choosing between Arctic white and deep ocean blue. But besides making this beast beautiful, we also considered how it feels, how it weighs. The F3 is super thin, only at 7.8 millimeter, making it our thinnest Poco smartphone yet. And it weighs only 196 grams. So the overall feel of this device is very light and comfortable to hold. But what actually makes this even more impressive, we managed to put in a huge battery of 4,520 milliamp in the F3, which can last for 2 days on a single charge. Remember, considering the fact that we have a 870, a 120 Hz AMOLED, and a thin design, and now a big battery to support it. That's impressive, right? This beast is thin yet powerful. 7.8 millimeter thin with a big battery of 4,520 milliamp. There's only very few devices on the market that is this thin with a battery this size. beastly designed and built. And on a single charge, you can get up to 10 hours of gaming, 14 hours of video playback, and 149 hours of music, and 23 hours of phone call. And at one point, when you do need to charge up, we have the 33-watt fast charging, which only takes 52 minutes to charge to 100%. That's less than an hour, and you're good to go. Of course, we do include a 33-watt inbox charger as well. But on the side of the phone, we have actually further refined our side fingerprint sensor. We flattened the usual fingerprint design and made this more seamless, made it more elegant and clean. To sum it all up, we've got 3 beastly colors: Arctic white, night black, and a deep ocean blue. Honestly, any of these 3 colors match any style. Only 3.8 millimeter thin and 196 grams, paired with a huge battery of 4,520 milliamp that supports 33-watt fast charging. Very few in the market. And we also actually have Corning Gorilla Glass 5 to make sure the F3 has a sturdy build all around. A new refined side fingerprint sensor. This is Poco F3's real beast design. And let's go on through camera. For the F3, we have a triple camera setup, a 48 megapixel main camera, a 119-degree ultra-wide, and a telemacro camera that has an autofocus between the distance of 3 centimeters to 7 centimeters, really allowing you to capture close and clear. Let's see through the eyes of the beast and see some sample shots. When you use the F3 main camera, you can get really detailed shots like this. At this picture closely, first, you'll see how detailed the architecture is, but it also captured the light reflection of the metal perfectly. As our model is holding the light sticks on the right side, you can see the ratio of light bounce off the metal on the right is brighter than the left. The details here are sharp. Then we also have night mode for the main camera, with the lights around a model turning on night mode, giving more contrast accuracy on the photo. And overall, this photo is just a very cool shot. And when it comes to ultra-wide, which allows you to capture a lot more, 119 degree more, when you're at a distance and trying to capture something very large, turn on that ultra-wide to capture the full picture. And now my favorite, telemacro shot. Now at first, you may think this is a glass globe with binary numbers designed on it, but actually, we placed a transparent glass marble on a glass surface and shot the reflection of the display in the back. Super creative and super cool. Telemacro shots can always make the picture seem like it's a whole different thing. We used a similar scenario and changed the background and was able to get this effect. Honestly, a great lens that really allows you to get creative. Easy to set up and can be easily shot at home. But not just our main lens can get you creating. We've also got some new video features that lets you become a content creating beast. We have 6 new video modes. To be specific, one-click video modes. Now we call it one-click video modes because you can just turn on the function and click record. It will automatically edit your content and make this effect. It's super easy. Let's take a look at a montage of all 6 modes. Now that was a sick video. But besides those awesome one-click video features, we have something that is very cool and unique. A dedicated microphone in the back camera setup that works alongside with your video recording. Using this awesome feature, you can use audio zoom. When you're shooting a video on the F3 and when you want to zoom in, using audio zoom function, it will follow the distance as you zoom in and capture the sound from a distance. Honestly, that's very mind-blowing that we can have this function in a smartphone. Now we also have shot a video, and let's take a look at the sample. This is the Real Beast camera. With the AI triple camera powered by the Snapdragon 870, including telemacro and 119-degree ultrawide, and the easy one-click video modes that allows you to be super creative easily. Audio zoom supported by the dedicated microphone in the back. Poco F3 Real Beast camera. Let's recap everything we've gone through so far. A flagship processor, the Snapdragon 870, beast speed. LPDDR5 plus UFS 3.1, flagship ROM and RAM setup. 5G ready, and we also have Wi-Fi 6, giving you the best connectivity. A 6.67-inch dot display featuring E4 AMOLED, one of the latest and best AMOLED technology on the market. It also supports 120 Hz refresh rate and 360 Hz touch sampling rate, giving you the smoothest gaming experience. X-axis linear motor for crisp feedback. Dolby Atmos dual speakers offering an immersive stereo experience. A 48 megapixel main camera that features a ton of software. Audio zoom with a dedicated microphone. Then powering all of this is a 4,520 milliamp that supports 33 watt fast charging in a 7.8 millimeter thin device. Poco F3, the real beast. Now let's take a look at the product video. Now, the part where I know all the fans online is waiting for, price. With all the specs we talked about, how much can you get the F3? Now, if we take a look at the specs comparison with our competitors, you can see that in most feature, we stand out more. We perform better. Better processor, better display, flagship refresh rate, and touch sampling rate. They're priced around 800 to 860 euros. That's a pretty big price tag. For the Poco F3, for our first option, the 6 gigabyte plus 128 gigabyte option, we have a wild price at 349 euros. Now, 349 euros for all those beast features. This price is almost the same price as when we first launched our Poco F1. And yes, we do have an early bird price. We'll bring it down even lower. 299 euros. Isn't that amazing? Because there's actually a special reason we did this price for. This specific early bird price of 299 euros was the exact same early bird we did for the Poco F1 3 years ago when we first launched it in Europe. We want to thank our fans' support for this brand and for our F-Series. This price is crazy. It really doesn't get better than this. And for a higher variant, the 8GB plus 256GB option, we also have a great price of 399 euros. Now, below 400 euros, you can get the F3 on its highest variant. But we also have an early bird of 349 euros. This is currently our most aggressive pricing with our F-Series. If we come back to this chart, with the price and specifications, we're actually priced at less than half of what our competitors is pricing at. This is absolutely insane value. Performance to value ratio is off the charts. Now, availability, the F3 will be first sold on these platforms, starting from March 27th to April 6th. Channel availability may vary between markets, so don't miss out. But don't worry, we do have more platforms coming. Make sure to follow our official accounts in your region to stay up